Kawhi got beat by Kid Canada, Jamal Murray, the best player in the bubble, in my opinion. I think he is.
Yeah.
I think he's been especially in terms, maybe not the best player, but in terms of like who he was outside of the bubble and who he's been inside the bubble. Yeah, like he is unbelievable. He's must-watch.
Jokic is unbelievable too. Like
he is.
Yeah, I was gonna say he may not be the best player.
I don't think he is.
But Jamal Murray is must-watch TV.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's like the most entertaining.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's. I can't take my eyes off the screen.
He's maybe the best player on his team, but not the most valuable. If that makes sense.
Because Jokic is like a 7-foot point guard basically, which is.
Right, like
they run their
playmaker,
offense.
Yeah.
He's like Marc Gasol in his prime almost.
And he grabs like 15 boards a game.
I was completely wrong about this. I remember last week they were up. I think the Clippers were up 3-1.
I thought it was over too.
Yeah, I was like, this is done. We don't even need to talk about this. And that was one of the things going into the bubble that I thought about is when teams are like clearly down in the series, I thought there would be a lot more of like a quit factor. Right. Where they're like, we're down 3-1 to the Clippers. Do we really want to like? We've been here for 2 months. I want to get home and see my family. Are we really going to try our absolute hardest to win this game? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there would have been a lot more of a defeatist attitude going into these games. And the Nuggets have come back from 3-1 twice. The Raptors were down 2-0 and went 7.
I wonder if you see maybe like sometimes the opposite of that happening, because it's almost like this is like when you're a kid and you're like going away for the weekend for like a tournament and you're all staying in like a hotel and you're like, let's just keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You amp each other
Especially
up.
with a young team like the Nuggets where like a lot of those guys don't have families. At least I'm assuming. I don't know but they have a really young team, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't think like Gary Harris, Jamal, like Jokic, they're all single.
Michael
Porter, like none of those guys have families. So
I'm on the Nuggets fucking train.
I want them to win.
All out.
I'm still gonna say like Lakers in 6, but I want the Nuggets to win.
I saw a good tweet. This is either going to be the Lakers in 4 or it's going to be the Nuggets in 7.
Like down 3-1. If the Lakers go up 3-1, it's gonna be.
It's Nuggets.
Yeah, it's gonna be Nuggets.
It's the Nuggets series. 3-1 is the most dangerous lead in basketball.
And like just the video, like I don't know if you saw the video of like because Jokic, Murray, and Mike Malone like stayed out on the court for their for interviews after the game, and the rest of the team is in the locker room. And then they have a video of like those 3 walking in the locker room after, and like the team just going insane.
I love that shit. So
like they look like a college team in March Madness.
Harden chokes again.
Yeah.
It's like that team. Like,
I think
D'Antoni's out.
They're gonna try and trade Westbrook.
D'Antoni's
I'd
out.
Imagine,
dude.
He's a
how? Like I don't.
And they gave up so much to get.
Dude, the Thunder or the Paul George trade too.
The Clippers. Do you see what the Clippers gave up for Paul George?
Just cut the legs off of that franchise.
The Thunder
are sick.
They're set up to be. They're in good shape.
And like the thing with the Clippers, this could all be done next year. Like the Clippers could have one more. Like Paul George and Kawhi can leave.
Yeah,
I love that quote by Paul George. Such a loser's mentality.
What that this isn't
he was like, it was never in our mind like this was a one and done.
He loves to make excuses.
That's more concerning to me than them losing that series. Like if that's his attitude.
Yeah.
Like
he never like that's a bad shot. Like after Dame eliminated them, like he'll never. It's like, dude, you can just admit you lost.
Yeah.
CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard were roasting him on Twitter.
I love it.
Did you see
I love
that?
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the? I guess somebody tweeted at Damian Lillard. They're like, "Hey, is this a good shot?" And it's the one of
Paul George off the side of the backboard.
Yeah. And Damian Lillard's like, "Yeah, it looks pretty good to me."
I love that those two are just like at home, like live tweeting games.
They're
probably like roasting,
and they probably have a text like they're texting on the side, like I'm gonna say this.
That text chain is probably so much funnier too than the tweets even are, which are hilarious. Like,
it's hilarious.
Another actually Canada connection or Raptors connection with the Nuggets that I don't know. This is a bit of I just found this out. A bit of a stretch here, but Mike Malone, his father was Brendan Malone, who was the original coach of the Raptors. So there you go.
So
I thought there was some connection there.
We're like
basically still alive.
Cheer for
Jack Armstrong is a huge
Brendan Malone
and like Mike Malone guy. Yeah. He always talks about. He's like, "Oh, Mike Malone, I'm telling you, this Denver Nuggets team."
Yeah. Yeah, Jack loves a good coach. That's like he always like
So we're a Nuggets podcast, right?
Yeah. Well, like I'm on the Nuggets train for sure. That's Canada's team now. I don't know how it can't be. You already have their 1 or 1B player is Canadian, and they just eliminated.
I want Nuggets.
Kawhi Leonard from the playoffs.
Nuggets Heat. That's my final. That's what I want.
I
think, but it's what I want.
If I was a betting man, I'm gonna say it's Lakers Celtics in the finals.
Yeah, but are you gonna like bet on Lakers Celtics? Those are not.
Well, the Celtics
Those
are
are
down.
not better.
Celtics
Those
are down.
But they're not betting friendly, are they?
They might be. It might be now that they lost game 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
betting.
if you put a bet on the Nuggets,
oh yeah,
you're getting a good ROI.
And how could you not bet on them? What is the record in elimination games in these playoffs?
6-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, last
Are
time I checked.
you gonna bet against that team?
You're right. Yeah, they're a hard team to put away.
Fight.